because I didn't really. There was a moment just then where your eyes blink. You're like, "What is going on? What is happening with this Negro man?"
Did you hear her tell her white audience what's happening with this Negro man? Keep listening. Again, you're listening to the interview of Oprah and Gayle with their recent interview from a few days ago on the last leg of Oprah's 2020 Vision Tour. And Oprah was interviewing Gayle. Remember, Gayle was quiet for a long time while she went through all of this controversy. She did come out. And remember, don't forget that Gayle blamed CBS for it. If she was us, she would have been offended by what we saw as well. So that's what I find so significant about all this too. Gayle herself talked about that there were problems with this thing.
But what got to me was the vitriol and the vulgarity that was just unleashed at me in ways that I couldn't even understand where that was coming from. So I say you may disagree with the story, you may disagree with the way I do the story, but there's just no way, it's just not fair or okay to be as vulgar and as hateful as what I experienced. And what surprised me is the people that came to reach out to me in unexpected places. Ivanka Trump, it's not like I'm hanging out at the White House, but Ivanka Trump reached out to me to say, "Are you okay? I'm sorry that this is happening to you." I mean, I have to say I was very touched by that. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar wrote a piece that said Black words matter.
Did you hear that?
Matter. Very touched.
She said she was touched by that family. Keep listening.
There was so much
Didn't
silence.
Sean Spicer call you?
Yeah, Sean Spicer reached out to me, who I don't know at all, just to say, "Are you okay?" And then on the other side, for others, there was just silence of people that I thought would
Didn't
say
somebody
something.
leave some donuts at your door?
Oh,
Did you hear what Gayle? I'm scared that you missed that because Oprah's talking over her. Did you hear Gayle say for other people there was just silence? She was shocked by the other people that did not come to her aid because the other people are listening to the people. They're listening to us. They're listening to the grassroots. They know that Gayle was as wrong as two left shoes. They too know that Gayle is being used.
guys, I live in New York on the Upper West Side. I'd been away. I came home, and on my kitchen counter was a box of cupcakes. I love cupcakes. There was a box of cupcakes with a note and it said, "Katie and Surrey were thinking about you." Now, I didn't even know Katie Holmes even knew where I live, which means she had to find out.
Yeah.
And that they came and they had dropped it off. And I don't really know. I had to find somebody to get her email just so I could say, "Thank you so much for doing that." It's the kindness of strangers that I will never forget.
Yes, I think this is something for all of us to remember. It's not the people who are being mean. It's not the badness. It's not the vitriol that's being put into the world, but it's the good people who remain silent that becomes so hurtful.
That's so good.
The good people that
you know
remain
what?
silent.
I think this.
That's why she's hurt. You know what that means, family? That means that if even other powerful people that were friends of theirs or people that they are used to having access to, they're used to controlling. Gayle and Oprah are used to controlling and influencing the other influencers, other celebrities, other stars, other powerful people. And she gives us a great insight. It ain't just that she's mad about the ones that she claims disrespected her and cussed her out. No, baby. She's mad about those that remain silent. You heard it for yourself, both from Gayle, you heard it, and from Oprah. R.Kelly. And then listen to how they admit how Gayle King got more money because she did these particular shows.
So you just turned 65.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and you feel like, and I feel like there's a surge that happened. So this is what's unbelievable. Gayle was in the middle of contract negotiations when the R.Kelly interview happened. You all know about that?
Did you hear that? Y'all know the black media ain't lying to you. Oprah just revealed that Gayle was in the middle of contract negotiations when this R. Kelly interview started to happen, right? Keep listening. Listen.
The R. Kelly interview. And let's take a look at that for a sec. This moment, the Robert.
This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I got 30 years.
Robert.
30 years of my career.
Do you see Oprah and Gayle and her audience, her lily white audience is who's out there making fun and joking? They were showing the video. I don't want to deal with any, extracurricular issues right now in terms of copyright and all that. So that's the reason why I'm not going to show it, for extra protection. But this is the image. Remember when this image went out because they were trying to make it look like he was some big bad beast who was threatening and intimidating Gayle? Y'all remember how that image went around the world? It wasn't just his image, but his face when he was doing that, his hands and stuff that was pointing and carrying on. They're giggling, they're laughing. Watch this. Watch this. This is not us defending any wrongdoing that R. Kelly could have done. I'm trying to let you know how they don't mind using a troubled black man to be the face to come up on, to get ratings, to get money. Don't forget this part of the conversation is starting is leading this way because Oprah says Gayle was in the middle of contract negotiations when the R. Kelly stuff happened. They're joking, they're laughing. Keep listening. Don't forget, they're joking and laughing in the way they will never joke and laugh about their white masters, Weinstein, David Geffen, and Charlie Rose, and by extension, the CBS network. That's what should trouble you, black family. Why aren't they joking about them? Only black folks get to be the laughing stock. Listen.
No, you kept repeating Robert, and lots of people asked, were you afraid? Were you?
I wasn't afraid.
They asked if she was afraid. They were hoping that she was going to say yes, because that is exactly the image that they want us to have about our men, that they will be beasts and all this other stuff. If you don't believe me, keep listening. This is the recent interview. That's why we're talking about it. They won't let it go. We've been giving them this work so hard. They quiet for a minute, but they are in their feelings about it, so they're trying to defend themselves now. Keep listening.
Because I didn't really.
There was a moment just then where your eyes blinked. You're like, what is going on with what is happening with this Negro man?
Did you hear her tell her white audience what's happening with this Negro man? Where is Oprah? That's right, beloved, with Les Moonves, the head of a powerful network. Where are they with those jokes? You heard Oprah call him a Negro, and their lily white audience bust out in laughter.